You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Well, these 2 teams, they met up earlier in the year back in Week 2. And it was the visiting Steelers who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Pittsburgh. They go back to Pollard on second down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times.
Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Chubb. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Second down and goal. Watson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown. Khalil Shakir. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I notice his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader." And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The Steelers now at 2-5 to start play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so try to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They'll go option on second down, right side. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Miles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on third down, Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Two first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson as his guys are able to extend their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to grab the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And in for the Steelers, touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play you would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. And that was a nice play.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And again, it's Chubb. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he brings brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. The defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as it takes it the other way to the end zone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Penalty, Chubb. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Off of play action, it's Watson. Going up top. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by a counter Witherspoon. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
They'll run left with Pollard. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Off play action, Pickett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Watson. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Here's Watson. Has his man, it's Shakir. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They run again on first down. Chubb. 42 yards on the ground for him so far. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a third and long. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run it again with Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Watson off play action. And his throw here is incomplete.
The goal Most certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Pickett sets up play action.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And some room to work. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
1st down, and it's Pollard again.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Now Pickett will look to pass it.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Here's Pickett. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 38. Boswell's kick is good, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they doubled that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to air one out. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Browns on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Watson. Shakir hauls it in. And he is going to have the Browns first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. And And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now Chubb running right. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes,
and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. And Chubb will try the middle here. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. Even after the penalty, trailing in the 4th, they've still got to go. It's 4th and goal. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb from 10 yards out.
And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me,
Let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Pickett, fourth down, desperation time. Able to find Isabella. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Pollard again. And he's got some space here. 66 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Pollard. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a 3rd would win it. And this one is right down Broadway. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. One last throw here for Watson. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for Steeler touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, if you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for Pittsburgh,
the loss would have really hurt, but as it stands, it's an important win as they move to 3-5 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.